So this is a lake trout. It's a Salmonidae in the family of the salmon and trout, and within that family it's a Salmoninae, which is the group that has salmon and trout but excludes the whitefish and the ciscos. It's Salvelinus namaycush. It's a large fish. It's distinguished from the rest of the family by the fact that it's a dark fish with light markings. The markings also tend to be like little wormy markings, especially on the head. Instead of true dots, they're like squiggles. The other really distinguishing characteristic is this deeply forked tail. The other groups, the other species in the family tend not to have that deeply forked tail. Adipose fin, like all of the family. This is a hatchery fish. It was stocked, and we know that because it has a fin clip. One of the fins is missing. The hatchery will clip in any given year one of those 4 fins or the adipose fin to indicate that it's a hatchery stocked fish, and by doing a 5-year rotation they can approximate what age the fish is depending on which year the fins were clipped. In Lake Champlain they'll live all the way to the bottom. In Lake Superior they will live down to several hundred meters. They want to be cold. They're a piscivorous fish, and one can tell that by the jaw, full of very sharp teeth. And so this is a hunter. It's got a terminal mouth, sharp teeth for catching smelt, alewife, sculpins, anything else it can get its mouth into. It's long-lived, lives to about 50 years plus. It's a fall spawner. This is a fish that is what's called lipophilic spawner. It doesn't just broadcast spawn, it finds a particular substrate that has rocks with deep interstices, deep crevices, where the eggs can settle down. They're negatively buoyant. The eggs will settle down and they'll be trapped between the rocks where the predators can't get to them, and they won't get drifted away by water turbulence. They'll spawn in fall. The eggs won't hatch until 5 to 6 months later in spring. So those eggs really need to be somewhere where they're protected. They're very picky about where they spawn. And in the right kind of places, one can go in at fall and find hundreds of lake trout milling about, getting ready to spawn. They hatch actually as little embryos. They hatch with much of the maternal food supply, the yolk, on the small individual. They stay on the spawning reef for about 5 weeks until they have finished absorbing that yolk sac. So this is the lake trout, Salvelinus namaycush, family Salmonidae.